Hello, third grade, and welcome to our math skill practice for today. For this first part, we are going to be looking at reading a thermometer. Now, you may have heard of the temperatures outside and kind of know that lower temperatures are colder and higher temperatures are warmer. But did you know that in the United States, we use Fahrenheit to measure the temperature? And everywhere else in the world, they use Celsius. So when we are looking at these thermometers, how we measure temperature, I want you to look at what side you're measuring on. If we are measuring in Fahrenheit, we'll be looking on the right side. If we measure in Celsius, like number 1, we'll be looking on the left side. Let's go ahead and begin. So when we are measuring a temperature, we first have to find the scale. Sometimes they'll count by 2s, sometimes they'll count by 1s. For this one, I always like to start at 0 to check what the scale is and count each mark. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They count by 1 for each line. Now that I know the scale, when I am looking on the left side, because I'm trying to find Celsius, Celsius is right here on the left side, I will count up to that number. Now this is kind of tricky because it is below 0. So instead of counting up, I'm going to count down. So starting from 10, I'm going to count until I get to this line right here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, because it's below 0, that means that it is negative 18. Negative 18. So go ahead and write that down now. This temperature is negative 18. Now let's move on to the next one, and this one we're measuring in Fahrenheit. I know because there's that F right there, so I'll be looking on the right side. So let's zoom in, and our scale is the same. We're counting by 1s. It looks like it's landing right here, halfway between 0 and 20. Ooh, it might actually be different. Let's see what the scale is. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. They're counting by 2. So each mark we count by 2. So this mark right here, 2, 4, 6, 8, means 10. So we can go ahead and write that down here, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Always important to look at what we are trying to measure. We're looking on the left side for Celsius on number 3. Again, it looks like we're counting by 1s on the Celsius side and by 2s on the Fahrenheit side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, I'm on the negative. I need to be counting the other direction. Whenever I see that negative, I need to be counting the other direction. So this is 30, 31, 32. It looks like it's at negative 32. Number 4, I want you to do on your own. You are looking at Celsius, so that means you are measuring on this side, counting by 1s. What is the temperature? If you're not quite sure, you can estimate, which is an educated guess. Number 5. We're measuring in Fahrenheit, so I'm looking on this side. And remember, on this side, it looks like we're counting by 2s. When I counted from 0 to the next number, I had to count by 2s. So it looks like I'm right there probably. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, Probably about 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 6. Ooh, it's higher up here. That means it's probably warmer. So this is 100 and 120, but I'm looking on the Celsius side over here. So starting on 40, counting on I1s on the Celsius side. Sometimes they are a little bit different, so you always want to check the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 46 degrees Celsius. This next one we're measuring in Fahrenheit, and I want you to find this one on your own. What is the degrees Fahrenheit? So number 7 you're doing on your own. And number 8 we're measuring in Celsius, so I'm looking on the left side. Yep, and look, there's the negative, so that means I count from the top down. 10, 11, 12, 13, probably about 14. And if it has a negative, I have to put that in my answer, negative 14. Once you have answered number 7 and number 4, you can move on to the next activity for today.